On this episode of Watch Stuff with Us, we are continuing to break down Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and we have another question. Can a person be born evil? Thanks for checking out this episode of Watch Stuff with Us. I'm JD. Please hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so that you can support this channel and be notified each and every time we go live. So, like I said, we are breaking down Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And this question is one that I thought about a ton as I was watching this show. Can a person be born evil? Or does their environment, their psychological makeup make them evil? So, if you're watching this live, please answer that question in the chat. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you're watching this after the fact, drop a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to give my answer to that question. If being born evil means that you have some sort of psychological issue that sort of predisposes you to having these negative thoughts like Jeff did, then yes, you can be born evil. In the classic sense, I don't think that you can be born evil. I think that your environment and the things that you're brought up in and around are what can turn a good person bad, or can take a person who is just a person and turn them bad or turn them evil. I think Jeff had so many different cards stacked up against him that it was almost predestined that he was going to be evil. But I don't think that he was born evil, if that makes any sense. He had his mom and dad who both had psychological issues, which was covered in the show. Moms were definitely outward facing. She struggled big time with depression, even from the point when he was born. The father also dealt with issues where he was having these thoughts of harming people and even made bombs when he was younger. Those things combined with them not being good parents and arguing in front of him constantly, the mom pulling a knife on the dad, those things, along with the psychological traits from both the mother and the father being passed down, are what created Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't think that Jeffrey Dahmer popped out the womb and was immediately just an evil person and just had, Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call it, just inside of him. No, I think that those people are created. He had the deck stacked against him for sure. But if he would have been raised with a family who was better and cared for him in a better fashion and tried to get him the help that he needed, I believe that he wouldn't have turned out the way that he did. Now, that doesn't mean that he wouldn't have ended up in prison. That doesn't mean that he might not have murdered someone, but I don't think he would have murdered 17 people. I don't think that he would have been the Jeffrey Dahmer that we all have watched in this show. I don't think so. Let's go to the chat. Looks like Andrea has a comment. I think in Jeff's case, it was sort of the perfect storm: genetics, environment, and eventually the drinking. Yes, that is something that I forgot to discuss a lot, is the drinking. And that played a huge role in it too. And, sadly, I think that we all know of people who are different when they drink. And you already have someone who's unhinged because of the genetics that were passed down from his parents. And then on top of that, the environment, like you said, that he grew up in, that just all contributed to him being the person that he is. And yes, that is a perfect storm of bad things that turned into one of the most evil people that has walked this planet. I can't think of a better description than that. The perfect storm. It really was. And it's so sad that, seeing him when he was a kid and the actor who portrayed him, and you have to imagine that, he was like that. You just feel bad for a child who has to see these things and grow up in a house that has these types of issues, and then to have the psychological issues on top of all that, man, that's tough. That's really tough. But yeah, if you're in the comments right now and you're watching this video after the fact, can you be born evil? That is my question. Please answer that question. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you're notified each and every time we go live. I'm JD. Thank you so much for watching and rocking with Watch Stuff with Us. Later.